This is the first time a man has been arrested for creating CP using AI. He's facing 20 counts of obscenity. So he did AI generated CP and was arrested by the Indian River County Sheriff's Office for prompting an AI image generator to make child sexual imagery and distributing it via the social media app Kick. So these aren't actual real images. They're AI created images, but they're being treated as if they were real.
Well, there's a lot of stuff that's treated that way. And
what are you guys' thoughts on that?
You know, I think the person needs some serious help, and if he was distributing it, then that's also an issue. But it's preferable to him actually finding kids and doing horrible things to them. Still, jail forever.
Should that be considered just as bad as having actual real life images?
That's a tough call.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy still needs removed from society one way or another.
There's obviously a screw fucking loose.
Right, wood chipper.
Well,
I see that somebody likes one of my favorite YouTube.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
I find him eminently trustworthy.
I think that's an interesting kind of moral question: is how far removed from real life images is AI created images?
Again, nobody was actually, harmed, or no child was hurt during that. But I mean, it's still fucked up. And what's the line between fucked up and
go to prison?
Right.
Well,
what's the
I'm
line
not saying
between...
he shouldn't go to prison. I'm kind of saying that maybe his sentence should be a little bit less because he did something slightly less fucked up. But he still needs removed from society.
He didn't.
He didn't hurt any kids, which kudos for him.
All right.
What if he were to hand illustrate them in like a photorealistic way?
You see, I don't think you should be able to do that either here in America, but then they seem to do that quite a bit in Japan.
Right.
Oh, I didn't think about that. So is there laws in Japan regarding is it animated or illustrated CP like that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I know that I've sometimes watched anime that I really wish I had never watched.
Well, Mortensen said there's a lot of bad anime out there. Maybe that's what he meant.
I don't know.
Elfin Lied. I'll never watch that again.
What about Those Who Want Elves?
Those Who Want Elves is freaking hilarious. You shut your mouth, little girl. Go. Shoo.
I love that show, Daddy.
But there's a...
Good night, beautiful.
I think this question will be coming to the forefront, at least within the legal news fairly soon, as these kind of models
why
are
wasn't it there
distributed.
before? Because we've always had
You're
people
right.
drawing stupid shit.
Yeah.
Right.
I think we had this discussion about deepfakes too. Like, what would be the difference between illustrating a woman, an actress in a pornographic position, versus having an AI model do it, if they're both basically the same output,
I think the hard part is how realistic, at least going back to what Joe said, Joe asked, the reason why it's more of a thing now is just because of the fact of, I think, of how realistic it is. You almost think that it did happen, even though it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to
I think-
before, where like an animated drawing is it's very obvious that that didn't actually happen. You can just go and then move on, but it's
Right.
not as, it doesn't feel as morally apprehensible as this does. But it's you almost can't though. You almost can't like.
Make this
What are you
distinction,
gonna? What are you
because
gonna
once
charge?
you make this distinction, the next question, once you make this distinction is the next question is, well, what else can we get away with? What else can we do? What else skirts this line? How close can we get to this line? And so
And that's
zero tolerance in this case has to be the policy.
So, like, yeah, but you're gonna fall down that hole of like.
yeah. You
is
can
it-
fall
what
down the
it-
hole the other
is
way
it
too.
Stick drawing, is that?
Yeah.
You know, how realistic does it have to be before it's
And then you
considered,
also
know,
run into the whole, well, if I'm just going to get in trouble for making a drawing or for making some AI, then I might as well go find a kid.
I didn't think of it. I don't know if you can make that leap or not.
Well,
Quite the leap.
So
I
the problem.
think it's one of the things that happens with every new technology where the law has to catch up because technology just goes ahead of every everything. I know a lot of stuff, or I have heard, I haven't used it, a lot of stuff that goes on in Second Life is definitely against general legal, American legal precepts.
Is that what's like underage players or?
Well, yeah, underage players, or I don't know if it's underage players, but certainly
Underage avatars or something?
forbidden relationships and whatnot.
Yeah.
But then again, also Second Life servers are wherever is suitable for Second Life's, you know, a lot of this stuff is done or created in areas that have very loose standards for what is legal or not legal.
I think this is a situation where you can't file necessarily criminal charges, but there should be something like a forced psychological, institutionalized type of some sort of a thing like that, because clearly there's something wrong with this person mentally, but that no person was actually harmed in this situation where you can actually form any sort of charges.
Well, they're clearly going to try to use existing law, and then we will have to see if the lawyers can slice this one. Yeah, but I think we've covered this as much as we can, or we will have to watch this space, this thing.